we have that. But we're back again today. We're going to be building the red lion and the sword. And let's start, shall we? All right. I think I'm going to have a pile of grey ones just here. I mean, there's not a lot of pieces to this section of the build, so it should be pretty easy. Okay, we're starting off with a 2x3 plate. Two of these right-angled ones with the funny little pieces on the end. I don't know what they're called. I'll ask my friend when he comes over on Friday. I'm traditionally a gunpla builder, but due to the lack of availability of gunpla in my area at the moment, we're having to take a small break from that. Okay, 1x4, just going across there. Looking good. Okay, and then two. There we go. So two. It's very helpful when I hold it up to my eyes to look at it instead of up to the camera to show you. No, let's go on like that. I'm not going to lie, I've already pre-built some of the other parts of it, just while I'm making sure all the pieces are here. And okay, so we want another 2x3 plate, and then two 1x2s. Just going to squeeze that into there. Probably going to be slightly easier for me to actually be looking over and into the bowl rather than looking at it from an angle and a distance away. Who'd have thunk it? Okay, so we're just going to put these just into these side bits there. It's very, very difficult. Well, it must be difficult for you guys to see what I'm doing. There we go. My hands tend to get in the way. I've got slightly less than small hands. Okay, so we've got a 2x4 and a black half axle, or I don't know what it's called. I know that I used to use them when I was a kid to put wheels on. I always wanted the Lego wheels to be bigger when I was a kid growing up. Okay, so that one goes onto there. Now, just a little thing I've noticed here. That's one and then one going on there, but if we look there, it's 1, 2, there's another red one in there. So that's interesting. Because that's not going to come up. Oh, we'll try it the way the instructions have pointed out. Okay, so 2x2 blue, these ball joint bits, making it into a little square, making it into a tower there. Did I do that all correctly, or did I put the extra one on there just in case? Yes. Now I'm just having a re-look and a second thought and a third thought, and I'm second guessing myself, but I don't know whether I'm shining the light straight into the camera. Radio. So if we look, these ones here, that's definitely 1, 2, 3, and then the grey. This one here, go 1, 2, 3, and then the grey piece there, and those pieces are fitting flush there. So I guess we're going to be down a piece later on. I will figure that out and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It's not going to be that big a deal. Worst case, put in a grey piece or a black piece from another kit. I'm sure. There you go. There's a grey piece for later on. I'm sure it will all work out. Okay, so we're getting back to these ones. We've got a 1x3, 2 1x4s. Okay, we've got a couple more pieces. Then I thought we were going to need one of those. Number 1 of that. Number 2 of that. Okay, so we're putting that one onto there. Then these ones go on the side, so two singles going onto the sides, and then a 1x4. There we go. And then these ones just pop in there. And a black axle piece, which we could just go pop right there. And then all of this is going to come down onto this. You see, that needs to be flat through there, you know, all level. So so the instructions are right, the piece count there is wrong. Where is it? I'm second guessing myself so hard right here. I'm second guessing myself to the point where I need to partially pull this apart just to make sure. Yes, okay, right. So we're looking at this now. Go back on there like that. Oh, push that down too. Push that down way too hard and caused all of that to come apart. Right. Right, so now that we've finished second guessing ourselves, awfully sorry, got a chesty cough at the moment. Gonna have to get rid of that soon. Okay, so our next one, we have two right angles with the the bit with the, so you can join bits onto the sides. I don't know the name of them. I'll really get into my friend on Friday and then get all the names for all the pieces. So there I sound slightly less incompetent. Then we want two 1x1 bricks. There we go. And we're just going to put these one on each end of here. There we go. So we've got those just on there like that. No, that's not what I was looking for. Right, so the next one is we want the yellow axle, two dark grey I do apologise, I just had to sneeze rather loudly and I figured I would mute that. Save your ears from having to listen to the horrendous sound of me sneezing, which is almost as horrendous as the sound of me talking. Right, so, sorry. So I'm putting that onto there, that on there. Make sure that's nice and flush there because you don't want it catching on something else. And then we're taking this and combining the two. So it looks like that just pops onto there. Groovy. All right, let's turn the page. Okay, so we want two bricks for this section. A 1x4 and a 1x2. And I get the feeling I should probably just spill all the red bricks down. So just popping that on the top there. And this one, just going to put on here. Obviously to just thicken that bit up. Okay, we want some greys, specifically. That's not one of the greys that I was looking for. It looks like it, but that's the one there. So two of these little right angle dudes. putting it so it waterfalls over on each side. And flipping that, and we're getting two of these ones again. And we're just sliding that onto there. Getting closer and closer to looking like something. I would love to say that today's stream is going to last longer than the amount of time it takes for me to build this, but okay, so I want two 1x6s. Two 1x6 flat tops. And a single 2x1 flat top. Or are they tiles? I think I was informed that they're tiles. So you've got plates, bricks, and tiles, which is the. So we're just going to join those together. One on top of the other. And then going by the instructions. They're going onto here. So that does make sense. Getting more and more square and bricky. Okay, this one's just going to go over the top of these two. Just like that. I think that might be the back of the lion. Let's push on and find out. Okay, so we need two single reds. Or two 1x1 reds. We need that one there. A 1x4 in red. And a nice 4x4 plate, which we have right there. So what are we going to do with all of these? Well, according to the instructions, we're going to take this. We're going to flip that way. This one goes onto there, leaving that line and that line free. 1x4 goes on the end. These two singles, or 1x1s, are just going onto these corner bits. And then we have this C-clip just going there. So that's all nice and flat. Good to go. Alright, what's our next bit? Sorry about the bang. It'll probably hurt your ears. I do apologise for that. Okay, so we need two 1x6s, one 2x4 tile, and one 2x2 tile. So we're taking this, we're going to turn it that way. This one's going to pop right there. Okay, so we're just popping those on. Looks like we're just filling in the back a little bit. These bits going just on either side of the tiles. And I've looked at the next part of the instructions and I'm excited to get going because that one's more flat tiles. I do like the feel of the tiles. So we've got a 2x4 tile. It's just going onto this there, making that all nice and smooth. Make sure everything's good and squozen as well. And two 1x6 tiles, and they're just going to go onto these two ridges. There we go. Okay, we need the yellow axle. Well, another yellow axle. 2 balls or ratchets. Now this one's already stuck in here. I'll pull it out. There we go. That was much easier than I made it sound with all my grunting, groaning, and complaining. God, I'm a whingy bitch. There we go. Okay, so we're going to try really, really hard to not drop it on the floor. Okay, that one slides onto there. Then we're going to slide that one into there. Right, that's looking pretty good. So we want one of these C-clip big ratchet boys, and we want a 2x6. I'm just popping that on like so. And then we have 2x4 brick popping on there. 2x1 brick on there. And must make sure that when we're doing this one, that hole is going long ways, not across like that, because the instructions say so. And I've been doing this enough times now to know that if there's a specific orientation on anything when you're assembling it, follow the instructions. Okay, this plate just going to go on top there. Just put that to the side for now. And then we are grabbing, okay, it's a 2x1, but it's, we're going to need both of those. It's 2x1, but it's got holes and it's rounded on the ends. So that one's just going to pop onto there. And then we want 2 2x6s. They're going to just pop onto the top of that plate. And then the other one is just going to pop onto the end. So we're ending up with that. Then we want 1 yellow brick, 1 C-clip brick, and 2 1x3 red bricks. That one we're just going to put over the top of the other one. Red bricks on each side of the C-clip, or the ratchet clip, or, yeah, it looks like a C. So that's why I call it a C-clip, or a ratcheted C-clip. We will be taking a break at the 45-minute mark, just to stretch legs, get some air, all that good stuff, and hydrate. Alright, next one is we want 2 blue bricks. So it looks like we're making the same sort of thing we made earlier on this one here. So I'm assuming this must be for the back legs. Can anybody spot the piece I'm looking for before I can? There we go. Side by side. onto there, and then we're popping this right behind the yellow 2x1 on this. By the way, anybody out there, any advice, tips, telling me how much I suck, please let me know. Alright, so this one looks like it's a lot of pieces in quick succession. Oh, it's not. It's 4 pieces, but it looks complex. Okay, so we're going to take another one of the round ones, just above the other one. So yeah, there's a bit of up and down. There's a bit of up and down symmetry happening with these. I like symmetry. Okay, and then we've got 2 of these reverse sliding 2x1s, or reverse angle. Either way. See how they go on there? Sweet. Okay, and then we have this, which is interesting. Right, so we're going to just put in here. Well, that went easier than I thought it would. I thought that was going to be really tricky. I wonder how difficult it is. Yeah, I'm not pulling that apart easily. Okay, then we want 2 1x1s in red. Yeah, by the time we get to the black line, I'll probably be able to do this a little bit better. I hope by the time I get to the black line, I can do this better. All right. Sorry, we kind of skipped a step there. Okay, we want 2 1x6s. And 2 of these interesting, they look like the old clips you used to be able to get for, I think it was the Alcatel phones. Yeah, that's showing how old I am. There we go, popping those on, and then these ones are going on there. Yes, and yes. And then the 2 1x1 reds. Sorry. I sometimes start to rush or go on autopilot and I forget to show you the steps on the way. And just the white tile going into the back there. And flipping that one over. And we want 4 of the angle pieces that I don't like them. I have no reason to not like them. They just, I've just never liked them. That feels incredibly loose in there. Let's try it on the other side. Okay, that's holding in place. I don't want Lego bricks falling everywhere. And there we go. Now our next one is going to be 1x6, 2x6, and a 2x4. 2 of those ones actually. Alright, so orientation is that way. We've got the leg holes. I'm assuming it's leg holes. It kind of makes better sense when you see it like that. So either way, 1x6 is going across first, with one end poking off the end. The ends poking off the sides, or ends poking off the ends. Okay. And that is that. That is the end of the next page. Well, the end of that page, and let's go on to the next page. Okay, next one is, those are going to be all leg pieces, I feel. Well, a vast majority of what's there is going to be leg pieces. And, oh, we're almost finished the body. See, I was right. It is leg pieces. Okay, so one blue tile. One. Two, three, one, and two. All right, what are we going to do with these pieces? I have no idea. Okay, so the blue is going to match up right on the end there. These red pieces are going to go either side of it. Sorry, I can't see the instructions too clearly at the moment. The light's just shining right in the middle of them, making it difficult to see. Okay, then we're taking this one, putting it across there, and then filling in that end with these angled pieces. Right, now I need two 1x2 tiles. And that. And a pair of tweezers and sticker number 2. So I'll put the sticker on first. Please bear in mind, I don't have the most stable of hands. Nerve damage in my neck is guaranteed that I have shaky hand syndrome for the rest of my life. Head banging is not good for you. There you go. There's my medical bloody tip of the day. Oh, it feels good. It feels so good to, you know, head bang away, but it's really, really not good for you. Okay, and these 2 tiles are going to go there. Then we've got 2 more of the 4x2 tiles and 2 more of these funny angle pieces. Right, let's see where these are going to fit. I could already skip ahead on the instructions and take a guess as well. Okay, just filling this out, making it nice and smooth on top with the number 2 sticker on there, which looks alright. It's not the same colour blue, which is, I kind of like it. It makes it just Makes you stand out a little wee bit more. Okay, and our last bit for this third of the page is this yellow tile. That's just going to pop on there. So there we go. It's looking nice and tight. That's looking nice and tight. They do looking like two big bricks. I'm guessing that one's going to go into there. Okay, so we're diving into the grey pieces on this one. We want one of that, a C-clip, and one and two. So C-clip pops onto there. These just popping into there. They've got a little focus. I'm just going to pop these on like so. And then we're going to plug that into there. And now his butt has a tail. Oh, I was actually supposed to join those together, was I? Yes. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that is tight. And there we go. It's beginning to look more and more like a line every second. Or at the very least, a robotic block line. Okay, so we want a 1 by 1. I'm just going to tip these out because there is a lot of grey on this page and there is a lot of grey down there, so okay, so 1 by 1 and one of those right angle ones, that is going to go onto there. And one of these ones, and that's just going to clip onto there. So just like so. Okay. Then we want another 1 by 1 grey, and then dark grey. Yep, little ball there. So just popping that onto there. Oh, 2 times, so we have to do this twice. So let's quickly grab the bits that we need and do it again. There we go. And our next one is ball and a 1 by 1 in light grey. So we've got 2 of these now. Then we want light grey. We have and 2 of those. Is that right? Yes. Putting these ones just onto the ends. And then these ones on, just to close that up. And those looking okay. Now we have one of these for each. And we're just going to pop that on there, close that up. What's the bit we're going to put the disc on there? Okay, so those are popped on. Now we want 2 discs, 2 1x1 angles, I don't know the names, and then 2 of these, 1, 2. That one goes on there, angle piece goes on there. There we go. Next one, just the same as what we assembled a moment ago. Over there. I hope I didn't. No, it's not. It's not at all. I managed to flick another piece away. Oh, there we go. And that is just going to pop on there. Okay, and then we've got these 2 bits, and one goes on the other, and then just clips onto there. So we'll get another one done. And then these pop onto the main body. One there and one in reverse. And I'm guessing our next step is going to be the exact same construction, but the opposite. Right. We're just going to take a brief break, and we'll be back as soon as we can. We're back. Sorry about the delay. A very brief water break turned out to be a little bit longer than that, but right, let us carry on with getting the Red Lion built. So we're continuing with the legs. We'll put these red pieces into the red bin. And stay there for now. Okay, let's have a look at finishing these legs off. So we want 2 of those. It should say 2 and would, should, who cares? We figured out as soon as we looked at it that we're doing 2 of them, so does that look okay? Yeah, that looks fine. Sorry, I'm very paranoid about the poor quality of my content. If I could get it worse, I definitely would make it so, but fucking that takes practice. Okay, now we need 2 of these. Where's the other one? There's another one there. And the 2 ball joints, one there and one there. Just going to pop that on there. Does anybody want to listen to some Cure? I feel like listening to the Cure. just one particular song by The Cure. Oh, that's right. Jeff Waters got a new album coming in. Well, it's probably been out for a little while now, for a couple of weeks anyway. Usually I listen to most of my music when I'm at work, but see the probably one of the biggest problems I have is I listen to music when I'm at work. When I'm not at work, I don't listen to music because I'm too busy doing other things like building Lego online. Okay, so we want two of these little pieces to go over the top there, I think. No, we need to build that up a bit more first. We're skipping this step here. Alright, so we've got those pieces on. Let's go over here and pop that one on there. That's just a single piece move. That's for this part of the instruction here. And we don't want that one, we want this one, the short one. Okay, and now we are just building up like we did last time with the other pieces. There we go. I thought, oh my god, I'm missing a piece. No. No, I'm just blind. I'll probably get in trouble if I have it playing this right now, won't I? Okay. And then we're just going to build these ones up like we did last time. One on top of the other. And then making sure that the top piece is on top there. And onto there. And we're popping that one onto there. And let's not jump ahead. We might need to do something different before we slap these onto it. I'm doubtful, but you never know. Oh, no, it was exactly as I thought. So we'll just pop that one in till it clicks. A little bit of a ball joint there. And that one on there. Now let's give him some feet, because, well, he needs feet to walk. So we need... I think we need just all of these at the moment. Okay, so we want 2 of that, 2 of that, 2 of that. Okay. I think I can safely assume that all of these are going to build up much the same, but the right angles are going to be facing slightly differently. The right angles will all go with that straight edge going on there, so we can just bulk build these. There we go. I'll turn that off now. Another one there. That one felt funny. It felt spongy. So just building them up like that should probably give you an idea. While you're watching my hands do it, my thumbs and fingers doing a lot, but you can't actually see the pieces because they're just so tiny. And if you took good notice, you'll notice that there is no Lego markings on this. That's because it's not Lego. I'm sorry, but a day-to-day budget does not, as I said, filling that up, allow me to spend $1,000 on a Lego kit. Right, so now we're going to give him his foots. So the right angle facing to the outside. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And there we go. Now the red lion has some feet, albeit some odd looking feet. In comparison to the other lions, they're not as fleshed out, but that's okay. We're not building this so we can enjoy not building it so we can enjoy looking at his feet. We're building it so we can enjoy Voltron completion. I'm sorry, but right, so we've got that there. So I think now we're coming into the last stretch of building the lion, which will be the head. So let's just pile all these pieces in. Seems like a lot of pieces for one head, but Okay, so this one here and the grey one, that goes in the front. Just there. It's not too clear on the instructions, but two right angle pieces going into the back. Well, I'm assuming this is the front, although that's probably the front if that's going to clip onto there. Okay, so the two right angle pieces are clipping into the front, not the back. And our next one is we want two of these and two of these. These are interesting little 2x1s with wait. Okay, so in my oh my god, I put the pieces on wrong. There we go. They're actually supposed to go that way. So then we can put these pieces in to there. Feels a little flimsy, but I'm sure it'll all tighten up when we're finished. Okay, now we want one of that. It's just going to fill that little spot in there, like so. And we want a 2x3. That pops on there. And then we'll turn that round so it's facing the right way. We need a 2x1 grey that's going into the back there, and a 2x4 that's just going on there. Getting closer and closer. Okay, then we have an interesting assortment. A C-clip brick, a 2x2 plate, and two toothy boys. Okay, I'll work from the front going backwards. So two teeth. I mean, I'm assuming they're teeth. I mean, what else are they going to be? Okay, 2x2 and behind the teeth. It's a hell of a gap in there, isn't it? Can you see that? The gap in there, it's third-party quality. And that one just goes on the top there. Rightio, now we've got two waterfall pieces. I'm just going to call them waterfall pieces because waterfall. And they just pop onto the side each there. And we want 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's brilliant. And we're just going to line the whole of his head with these. Right, next is one of that and two of these little ones. That goes on there. And one on there. And that's that there. I'm just taking a moment. I mean, nobody's watching me anyway, so that's fine. I'm not worried. I'm doing this for my mental health more than anything else. I just want to take a moment just to think and not think. And here we go. What are we doing? This one pops up here. another chrome or steel looking one. It's actually quite good how they pull that off with the plastic. And then another one just lining up the front here. So it's got a nice mohawk going down. Okay, so our next pieces, we can't see that too clearly from here. Want one 2x1 tile, just to go across this piece here, and another one of those pieces that we used for the tail, and that's just going to go along the bottom of his jaw. So just along there. Next, we need one of that, one of that, one of that, two by three, a right angle, and one of those. And we are going to make something wonderful with them. Building that up. That grey piece goes onto there. There's a little loose. It's okay, because once I finish building Voltron, I'm going to pull it all apart and I'm going to mix all of the pieces up. Because insanity. Okay, and then from the looks of it, this piece will just clip into there. There we go. Let's turn the page and see what else we've got to go. Looks like we have to build out some ears as well, but it appears those will be the ear pieces. Okay, so we're starting off with turning the head round. As we did on the other side, we're going to use the grey textured piece. I call it textured because it's not flat and it does have a texture. So, 2x1 tile up the top. Then we shall build this one piece at a time. Well, you can't exactly do it multiple pieces at a time, can you? Well, you could, but you'd have to have a lot of hands and a lot of patience and a lot of skill. And there. That one's not wanting to clip in. There we go. Okay, getting close to finishing the head. Now the two ear pieces. Just the angle on all one by one. Popping onto there. And popping onto there. Oh, look, he's got little ears. Okay. And then just squeeze that onto there. Oh. And there we have the red lion and all his... It's much smaller than the other lions. Not that I'm complaining, I mean, he's the arm, you're expecting it to be a little bit smaller. This is actually an extra brick from another kit, which I don't need now. So there we go. Looking pretty good. I can't help but look at this and feel that I would like to be a single ball joint there would be great, and a ball joint there so you can move the backwards and forwards as well as that way. even having this piece being able to move as well, so you've got double jointed elbow. I don't know what the limitations of Lego are though. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, would you look at that? Chatbot's come and join me. Hey chatbot, how you doing? It's nice to know you still care. So there we go. Red line. Now, let's dive in and build up the sword. I'm actually really looking forward to building the black lion. There is a lot of pieces for the black lion. And I dropped a piece on the floor. First piece I've dropped on the floor in days. It's quite stupendous. Okay, now I can't imagine the flaming sword of fire is going to be a overly complex build. But you never know. Alright, so first and foremost, we're going to take this one and this and connect them like so. Okay, there we go. There's a good sword. Let's go. Okay, and on to the next page. We have two of these. Yeah, interesting piece with a little groove along the side. And we're going to attach them one on each side of the long one, just above the blue piece, with the channels or ridges on the outside. Got a wing piece. I always called the wing pieces when I was a kid, but it may not be so now. Getting that on there. And then we have another 2x8, is that 8? 2, 4, 6, yep. And that's just going to, the instructions don't make it clear. So it says down arrow, but it's actually coming up in the instruction. Doesn't matter, it's on there now. Okay, so we have 4 of these little guys, the reverse waterfall to pop on there, and this funny guy, he goes up there. So just going to put them on as we find them. Oh, hey, looks like there's 2 of that guy, but we only need 1 for the step. Okay, and then we have 2 of that one, and they are going to go underneath down here. Yeah, we ran out of floorboards, so we painted the dirt. Right, now we have that piece there, just going on the top right there like that. Is that a bit of a curve in there? It is, that's curved. Yep, no, it's definitely got a little bit of a curve. Not a huge curve, but just enough for me to notice it. Right, so we need 1 swordy looking piece, 2x4, and these 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll take this one, put that up there, then just one after the other, and 4, then the oh, that's right, that's the flaming sort of fire piece there. So it goes into there. Can you all see the curve that I'm seeing, or am I just going crazy? Right. So we want 2 light grey waterfall pieces. They are just going to pop over that. There, like that. One and 2. 2 of these angled pieces, and looks like they go on there, one there, and one there. Now we have 2 right angle blue pieces. They're coming up right there. So just on there. We have 2 silver plastics. One of that. One of that. And you notice when I start getting a bit, I'll just say of that instead of identifying the piece. Alright, so this one is going to go across that middle section there. Lovely. These 2 angled pieces are going to go right in the middle of the sword. This one is going to go up here, make more of the hilt, and these are going to go down the center, giving it a bit more finished look. Yeah, more of a finished look. Okay, now we've got 4 interesting looking pieces. And the instructions don't make it too clear. Okay. There and okay, that one will go there. That one goes there. Oh wait, there's multiple pieces and I had one of the wrong ones. That's why it wasn't making sense to me. There we go. Right. There's still a little wee bit to go here, isn't there? Okay, so we want a 2x1, 2 red round 1x1s, and a partial pyramid shape. Aren't my descriptions great? All right. Go on, let's get on with this. Is that, oh, that goes across there. These ones go either side of the blue. And then right at the top there. Okay, then we want 2 vertical C-clips. They just pop onto there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There we go. Right, and the next one, we want 2 fins, 2 D shapes, 2 1x4s, and 2 curved 2x1s. Okay, so we build these up first, and then we build those. Okay, so we go with that. The fins are going onto the 1x4s. This bit is going up there with the little D shape going there. When I say little D shape, I mean the letter D, not... Okay. And then these ones are just going to clip onto the sides of the sword. There we go. Yeah, can you see the sword? Can you? No, it's not in the shot. There you go. That's looking pretty good. Alright, so we want one of these. That's going to go into there. Then we want one short. It's going to go in there. One of these long ones, and then one of those. Another one of these. And another one of those. This and that, and this and that, and this and that, and these and those. Right. So now we've got a handle. Right. This piece looks interesting, and seeing as there's not too many pieces left, I'm missing a red piece. Did I drop one on the floor? Okay. I'm missing a red piece. Don't know where it went. Right. We've got a substitute piece until we're at which point we find our missing one. It's probably somewhere blatantly obvious. In fact, you can probably see it on screen, whereas I can't. Not to worry. Now, this looks just weird to build up. Okay, so that bit there. That one goes there. I'm curious why it has that piece down there. Okay. There it is. Found it. So it's going to go onto the little round red piece. It's going to go onto that blue round piece. Let's pop that onto there. There we go. and that piece just slips onto there, and then this one clips onto there. And there we have Voltron's sword. So I guess our next thing is, let's give it to the lion. I'm guessing we pulled that out of there. Just get some tools. Okay, let's fold up the lion. I'm not too sure how it's supposed to fold up yet. It would make absolute sense to actually skip to the section of the manual that covers all of that, but right. So yes, the legs do fold up, but okay. And then we pop that into there. There we have the red lion as Voltron's arm. Okay, didn't expect that to pop off. There we go, Voltron's arm with the piece that keeps popping off. All right, and probably the last thing we need to do while we're goofing around with this there we go. Perceptor's been riding all of the lions as I've built them, so why not put them on the red lion as well. Odd. Ah, that was the piece that dropped. Okay, so there we go. We'll just I dropped two pieces. I dropped both of them off the hilt. Okay, so there we go. That is the red lion all built, done and good. I quite enjoy that.